So, West, S-Y-E-D, you explained in quite a bit of detail your training and nutrition protocols as they currently stand. And at 150 pounds, trying to get below the 10% body fat percentage, you're having a little bit of trouble and you want to get some insight into potentially, what other tools you could use. Now, 1,500 calories in my mind is not a whole hell of a lot, even at 150 pounds, for a male to be functioning optimally. So when I mean functioning optimally, I don't necessarily mean, looking good, putting muscle on. I'm talking about even the hormones in the system. You spoke to the idea of leptin, so you obviously know kind of where I'm going with that. But, with dietary restraints, your body goes into different modes, essentially starvation modes, because we're genetically made to not be under 10% body fat. Our bodies, like from the beginning of time, from whenever humans were around, specifically, we were designed to hold on to the fat so we can hibernate during the winter time, and then naturally we'd shed it off when food was more available and so forth. So genetically our makeup is not meant to be in that, minus 10% range. And that's why it's really hard to get there. But at the same time, your specific protocol looks something similar to the one that I was on 2 years ago getting ready for a bodybuilding show. And that was, about 100, 120 grams of carbs, 100, 150 grams of protein, and I ate even less fat. But at the same time, that really didn't allow me to continually see, a loss in body fat percentage, nor an increase in strength or anything like that, because I was just too deprived. My metabolism got to a point where it just halted. And there's tools to use, but I think for you, you really got to start and look at, what your current caloric input is as it relates to your output, which is your exercise and stuff like that. Because to be at 12, 13%, 11%, above 10% with only 1,500 calories, even though you're, a 5'7" male, which I am too, in my mind that sounds a little too low. So I would start there, and you use the idea of refeeds. Maybe I would incorporate a couple refeeds a week. And I'm not sure how much research you've done into the idea of refeeds, but naturally you increase your carbohydrates while either maintaining or bringing your fats a little lower and keeping your protein the same for that day. And usually encourage one every 3 to 4 days. Depends on what you're trying to do. But that's a tool. That's a tool to speed up the metabolism, regulate hormones and stuff like that I personally implement and I use quite frequently on a weekly basis at least. And also high intensity interval training cardio. I use that. I think it's one of the best tools to use to kind of speed it up. But at the same time, although those tools might help you a little bit, you're really going to limit yourself by the amount of calories you're inputting. So I would start there. I can't provide specific recommendations on what to change them to, but I would look at potentially getting some insight into where you should be with someone that knows you and your protocols and stuff in a little more detail if you work with a coach or something like that. Because I don't want to provide guidance when I don't know you as well as I would like to know you. But at the same time, I would say start there and also think about those other tools, which are high intensity interval training and refeeds to really keep the metabolism rolling, because at 1,500 calories, I imagine your metabolism has slowed down quite a bit and your hormone regulations are really off. But great question. Keep up the work. Sounds like you're already very much involved in health and fitness, so good on you. Thanks.